How's she feeling right now?
How's your client feeling right now?
Understandably disappointed with the result and wanting to regain her freedom as soon as possible.
And they have decided that she's a danger to the public. A danger to the public on a 3-second picture. I'm sorry. She can't help the people because of what she did. She represents a lot of families and a lot of people that lost their jobs. She represents people all over Canada. And now that she's being treated like she's a criminal. Tamara is not a criminal. Tamara is a hero. A hero. A hero. Freedom. Freedom.
Hey everyone, William Diaz-Berthiaume, Rebel News. I am right in front of the courthouse where Tamara Lich will be rendered a decision by the judge on if she did break her bail condition or not.
On July 8th, 2022, Justice of the Peace Paul Harris ruled Tamara Lich must remain in custody until at least July 14th. Tamara Lich, the woman who was one of the key organizers of the Freedom Convoy alongside Tom Marazzo. On June 27th, the Medicine Hat Police remanded her in custody on allegations that she breached her bail conditions by taking a photograph with Mr. Marazzo. So on July 8th, the Justice of the Peace was giving his verdict, and I went in front of the Ottawa courthouse to follow the action from outside the courthouse and speak with some protesters that were there in favor of Tamara Lich, talk about their emotions, what they were feeling, and why they were protesting. Check out how the day went.
Why do you feel it's so important to be here today for Tamara Lich?
Well, Tamara made a huge sacrifice coming across all the way from across the country to come out here with the truckers, and all these people, we want her free. She's a political prisoner, and we're all here to support her. She's done great things for this country, and we're here for her all the way.
I see right now you have a Free Tamara sign right here. Why do you feel it's so important to come here and support Tamara Lich today?
Because I think she has been imprisoned unjustly, and I think she needs to be freed, and I am having real difficulty with the fact that she's even in there in the first place.
Well, I came to Ottawa with one mission in mind, to, as a veteran, sit with the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier as overwatch, and also join my fellow veterans on the cenotaph. When I was there, sitting in my chair with my camp blanket over my leg and my big cup of warm coffee, a beautiful soul walked up to me, looked down into my eyes and said, "Can I give you a hug?" And I looked up and said, "Of course, Tamara." We hugged so long and hard. We both broke out crying simultaneously. It was a very emotional release for both of us. I placed her in the center of the line of veterans beside the Padre for our 1,300-hour service. So we had 2 minutes of silence. Then the Padre had his prayer, and then he had a sermon. And of course, with Tamara being there, everybody recognized her spirits and morale were lifted above the level of the cenotaph. Once things settled down, I became Tamara's veteran minder and bodyguard for the streets of Ottawa for the next couple of days until she was arrested. Her and I bonded, we became friends.
Tamara, free! Tamara, free! Tamara, free! Tamara, free! Tamara, free! Tamara!
Where will I flee when it was turned into Canada? Okay.
Hey, thank you. Yes.
Hey, ma'am. William, I think that we already met in the past. Did you come from China to come here to Canada?
Yes, I immigrated here in 2010 as a technological immigrant.
Do you feel like this country, this government is becoming more and more like the CCP?
Yes, it's true because as you know, in the Canada Day, you have seen the video. The 4-year-old boy, he was checked in before he came into the Parliament Hill.
I know that they have a process in place, but at the same time, clearly, they had no reason to bring her back to Ottawa even, especially when they didn't even let her in the court that day. So it seemed pretty ridiculous that, she had to be on Zoom and she's been incarcerated since before Canada Day. It's obviously a political move and is very unjust. Yeah, extremely unjust.
Eventually, Le Petit Patat will atone for his sins. He has hurt innocent and free Canadians, and hopefully one day we shall see justice.
I can't imagine being where she's been and being incarcerated for the amount of days. I don't think I would have survived that. So she's my hero, which is why I wrote it on as a marker. Tamara, Canadian hero.
And the way he talked, like he had her guilty before we even sat down. Like he basically said that she's a danger to the public safety of the people of Ottawa. And they held her on a 3-second photo with somebody she wasn't supposed to be near. No weapons, no crime, no. We had somebody that ran over 4 protesters and the guy was out on bail the next day. This isn't Canada. This doesn't feel like Canada. Okay, all right, thank you.
Everyone ready? Yeah. What's your reaction to the decision by the judge?
Extremely disappointed. We have received instructions to bring a bail review in the Superior Court of Ontario as quickly as possible, as soon as we can get it on.
What were the grounds of the application for bail review? What do you think the JP got it wrong?
You want me to start laying out the grounds of the bail review?
Not in too much detail, but maybe you can give us a summary.
That's all I've got to say, but thanks very much.
How soon do you think that's going to happen?
Hopefully within days. She's sitting in custody, and we want to get her out.
How's she feeling right now? How's your client feeling right now?
Understandably disappointed with the result, and wanting to regain her freedom as soon as possible.
Well, I'm here for Tamara because 5 years ago I went to a town hall in Peterborough and people looked up to me and called me the buckhorn grandma. And for once in our life we felt like everyday Canadians are being represented in our government. And I thought today we were going to be represented, but we weren't represented. We were treated like criminals. She's no threat to nobody. She started a GoFundMe account. Sorry, and I started GoFundMe accounts. Does that make me a criminal? I've started websites. Does that make me a criminal? This woman has never, ever committed a crime other than starting a GoFundMe account and wanting to stand up for freedom and the right to choose. I'm fully vaccinated. I work in healthcare. I'm fully vaccinated, and that should be the right to choose. We all deserve the right to choose. But Tamara, all she wanted, and she from day one has always said, keep it peaceful, keep it peaceful. This is the first time I've ever met Tamara in person, 10 feet away, sitting in a box, and I was breaking down in tears because that could have been me.
So if there's anyone in this entire nation to blame for what has gone on and where we're at today, I'm really, really sorry, but it's my personal opinion that Justin Trudeau is the man who is responsible for all of this.
So the judge just said that in order for people to continue to trust our public institution, he must keep Tamara Lich captive. What do you think of that?
I don't think that's right. I think that this is a political persecution, and I think it's unequal or even maybe arbitrary enforcement. And this is not what Canada is all about. And the trouble with the freedom movement is that there are no leaders. We're all leaders, yes? And so no one told any of us to come. We all came here under our own power. So I'm a leader, he's a leader, she's a leader, we're all leaders. And they could have done this to any of us and put any of us in jail. That's why we're all here. And the only reason she's in jail for a mischief charge and spending all of this problem, it's because of the movement, and it's growing. And they can keep her in jail, they can arrest us, they can tow us, but they can't stop us.
Honestly, I feel crushed. I can only imagine how Tamara feels right now. Probably beyond crushed. I've just shed a few tears. A lot of people have. That started right in the courtroom. A lot of people were there to support her because she does represent freedom. Unfortunately, it is what it is now with the legal system. It's going to continue to be a battle within this war. And it is a war for our rights and freedoms. Canada, stay strong.
Shame! 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 Shame on you bastards! Shame! 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 Why can't they arrest Justin Trudeau right now?
Make this really good for mainstream media because that's all the girls watch in jail. She'll be seeing it at 6 o'clock tonight.
I have hope when we have another prime minister. Right now, I think we have, like, I have a lot of respect for the police, and I have a lot of respect for the justice, but they're all being led by somebody in Liberals, and it's not right. She's being held in jail for a 3-second picture. A 3-second picture. And they have decided that she's a danger to the public. A danger to the public on a 3-second picture. I'm sorry. She can't help the people because of what she did. She represents a lot of families and a lot of people that lost their jobs. She represents people all over Canada. And now that she's being treated like she's a criminal. Tamara is not a criminal. Tamara is a hero. A hero. Oh, freedom! Freedom! Why didn't you lock me up 5 years ago when I showed up at the town hall? When I went to the public, she's no more threat than I am. And this is just heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. Thank you.
We're going to win.
What about you? So basically he's saying that for you to continue to trust our public institution, they must keep her in jail. What do you think of that?
Well, first of all, I don't think many people trust the Justice Department of the entire scheme of things in Canada because of Justin Trudeau. This guy has bought with corruption and influence, anything, and threats. I mean, he's totally destroyed this country. So there is no more justice in Canada, no matter which way you look at it. And a small little 5-foot-something woman, if Justin Trudeau is saying that a small 5-foot-something woman who is respecting her bail conditions and has at the same time received an award, a very serious award here in Canada for human rights, and is being nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize. If the Prime Minister of Canada is saying that this woman is a threat to the Canadian institutions, then he has a much bigger problem than all of us think as we speak.
So there you have it, folks. You could clearly see that everyone was extremely emotional from outside the courthouse. Many people were crying and people continued to protest even after the decision was rendered by the Justice of the Peace. Tamara Lich's lawyer told me off camera too that he does have hope for the freedom movement. He will continue to fight this battle and make sure that we end up on the right side of things, according to him. Also, I learned afterwards too that there will be protests organized soon in front of the jail where Tamara Lich is being held captive. So we will make sure to keep you updated on that, and I will make sure to cover the action from the ground when those protests occur. Thank you for watching this. This is William Diaz with Rebel News. If you, like so many others, are feeling that Tamara Lich's treatment is unfair and wrong, please head on to freetamara.ca and sign our petition.